chapter opens with Miss Warner clutching her chest, her thoughts consumed by a growing unease. She wonders if it has something to do with Chu Hao. The scene shifts to Master Gu as he steps into the Kusi Emperor's realm. With his sharp senses, he quickly detects the presence of others in the area. Meanwhile, Lin Wu and his group stand at a safe distance from a deep, ominous pit. Luluo explained that, based on the clues, this was the location of Master Lingulu's treasure. She told Lin Wu to head to the valley, assuring him they would wait for him there. Another girl urged Lin Wu to be cautious, but he simply replied with confidence, promising to live up to their expectations. After Lin Wu flew down, the three of them revealed their plan to get the mysterious gourd of the spiritual gourd master. One of them remarked that their side already had fewer treasures compared to the other world, and if the opposing side took those treasures, their situation would likely deteriorate further. Luluo explained that she had already informed Uncle Lin and Granny Lu Kui, who were expected to arrive shortly. Their presence would strengthen their numbers, providing a sense of safety and lessening their worries about Gu Changge. Master Gu questioned the truth of the matter and inquired about the origin of the mysterious gourd. Unaware that Master Gu was standing behind her, Luluo explained that, according to legend, the gourd was a treasure refined over countless years by a peerless master and was known as the immortal slaying gourd. Master Gu expressed interest, asking, "Oh? What powers does the immortal slaying gourd hold?" Luluo continued, explaining that the gourd contained unrivaled sword energy, so powerful that even legendary immortals had to avoid it. She paused, suddenly realizing something, and the other two did the same. Slowly turning around, they were startled to see Gu Changge standing menacingly behind Luluo. Luluo stammered in surprise, Gu Changge." In response, Gu Changge calmly asked, "Do you know my name?" The other two were startled, jumping back and questioning how he had arrived. One of the girls remarked that they hadn't left a trace. Meanwhile, Luluo stood frozen, unmoving. Luluo responded to Master Gu's question, explaining that he was the most well-known figure among the younger generation in the upper world. Master Gu says that she is quite calm and asks her name. She answers Luluo. Master Gu grabs Luluo by the neck and lifts her off the ground, coldly saying, "Hello, Luluo." "Goodbye, Luluo." Her friend, desperately, ran toward Luluo, screaming, "Let her go." She gets rewarded immediately by becoming sea serpent food, and the last one head is splattered by Ada's punch. Luluo can only watch as her friend dies. At that moment, Granny Lu Kui arrived from a distance, quickly assessing the situation. She shouted, "Boy, let go of my goddess!" before launching an attack. From her arm, numerous vine-like tentacles shot toward Master Gu. However, before they could reach him, Master Gu simply called out to Ada. With a single swing, Ada effortlessly severed the tentacles. Finally, Luluo's companions caught up to Granny Lu Kui. One of them remarked that the aura of both Ada and Master Gu surpassed the Supreme Realm, not knowing who they were. Granny Lu Kui, surprised by this revelation, "Who are they?" Luluo's face turned purple as she weakly called out, "Granny Lu Kui." Master Gu glanced at her and asked, "Are these your people?" Ignoring him, Luluo urged her companions to run and not worry about her. One of Luluo's companions, recognizing Master Gu, pointed at him and said, "He's the one who descended on the seashore of the Boundary Monument and killed Qingyang." Granny Lu Kui, shocked, asked, "Why is he here?" With a smirk, Master Gu remarked, "So, Miss Luluo is a goddess. It would be a pity to kill you like this. I've changed my mind." He released his grip on her neck and instead tied a purple rope around her. With her neck free, Luluo coughed heavily. Ignoring her, he asked if Lin Wu intended to use the treasure he found here to trade for all their lives. In response, Luluo questioned whether Master Gu had been eyeing the immortal slaying gourd for a long time. Luluo's companions boldly declared, "You're dreaming. The immortal slaying gourd is the most precious treasure in the 10 realms and 8 wastelands. Even if we die, we won't let outsiders take it." Another stepped forward, adding, "That's right, we'd rather die than surrender. If you want the immortal slaying gourd, you'll have to step over my body first." Before she could finish, Ada swiftly cut down those who had stepped forward and asked, "Who else would rather die than surrender?" With shocked expressions, Miss Luluo, Granny Lu Kui, and the others all whispered the same word, Quasi-Emperor. Realizing they stood no chance against such power, Master Gu chuckled and said, "The immortal slaying gourd will fall into my hands sooner or later. Why choose death over surrender?" From a distance, Miss Gu Yingsheng called out, "Changge," and asked why he was there. Luluo's companions questioned if they were from the same group as before, but one of them replied, "No, it seems they know each other." After a brief moment of loading time, Master Gu finally remembered her. "Oh, Yingshuang clan's sister," he said. Miss Gu Yingsheng stepped forward and explained that she had heard Master Gu disappear after the demon-killing conference and had believed he was killed by the red-robed female demon. She expressed her relief at seeing him safe and asked why he was here. Master Gu simply says it is a long story, and he came here to look for someone. Behind Miss Gu Yingsheng, Song Yunge thought to himself, Gu Changge, the young master of the Gu family? I initially planned to get close to Gu Yingsheng to align myself with the Gu family, but now there's a better opportunity. If I can gain his favor, my position in the Supreme Cave Heaven will improve. After considering this, Song Yungai approached Master Gu and said, I've heard much about your great reputation, and it's even more impressive in person. I'm Song Yunfei from the Supreme Cave Heaven, and it's an honor to finally meet you, young Master Changge. Master Gu asked if Song Yunfei was a disciple of Taishang Dongtian. With a pleased expression at being recognized, Song Yunfei quickly replied, Yes, young Master Changge. Do you know of our lineage? By the way, the palace master and his men seem to be in this space as well. I'll look for their traces later. To this, Master Gu coldly responded, Don't bother, I've already killed them. Shocked by the reply, Song Yunfei asked in disbelief, Are you joking? Master Gu declared, Chu Hao led the disciples of Taishang Dongtian in colluding with the 8 desolates and 10 regions, committing unforgivable crimes. He has been executed on the spot. As he spoke, he rested a hand on Miss Yingsheng's shoulder and turned to Song Yunfei, his tone sharp and cutting. And you? Do you think someone from the Gu family is within your reach? Young people should remain grounded rather than seeking shortcuts through underhanded means. The others, eager to distance themselves from Song Yunfei, began murmuring among themselves in confusion. Who is Chu Hao? One asked. Another followed with, I've never heard of him. A man slow on the head questioned, Isn't Taishang Dongtian supposed to be our ally? Miss Luluo stood silently, her mind racing as she observed Master Gu's effortless manipulation, twisting the truth to his advantage. She couldn't help but question if such a cunning and ruthless man is the leader of the younger generation in the upper world. Meanwhile, Miss Yingsheng, desperate to stay in Master Gu's good graces, firmly told Song Yunfei to leave. As Luluo reflected, perhaps Master Gu is the greatest calamity looming over the upper world. Suddenly, a brilliant beam of light erupted from a nearby hole, flooding the area with radiance. Laughter rang out, breaking the tension, as those present murmured in surprise, Is that Lin Wu? Among the newcomers, confusion spread as someone questioned, Who is Lin Wu? As the beam of light gradually faded, Lin Wu emerged with a triumphant smile, his voice brimming with joy as he exclaimed, I made it! His excitement, however, was short-lived. Looking down, he noticed Granny Lu Kui and the others, their expressions grim. The atmosphere was heavy with tension. Luluo stood bound by a purple rope, and beside her, Master Gu waved his hand with an air of command. His overwhelming presence sent a chill through Lin Wu. Miss Yingsheng, standing near Master Gu, gestured toward Lin Wu and asked, Is this the one you're looking for? Realizing the gravity of the situation, he quickly hid the immortal slaying gourd behind him. All confidence drained from him, replaced by dread in the face of Master Gu's imposing aura. This marks the end of the chapter. As a beginner, your feedback is incredibly valuable to me, so I'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content, and I hope to see you in the next video.